Hello and welcome to another edition of Mailbag. What is Mailbag? Well, Mailbag is a feature of the channel where you guys leave lots of comments on the channel and I attempt to answer those comments, or if I can't answer those comments, I throw it out to you guys who have more knowledge on some of this stuff than I do. So let's get into the first mailbag of this session. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go over to Instagram and follow me there. Go over to Facebook, follow me there. That's where the normal notices are. And consider becoming a Patreon. Next comment or question comes from D2V Music, and it's in response to TD3 to Poly D not working, SY85 new floppy drive or emulator, a video I did in December 2020. D2V Music writes, just installed the Nalbantov Extreme emulator on my SY85 and I have to say it's remarkably good. It has an OLED display. I wouldn't install an emulator unless it had an OLED display, and there are reasons why. I've said many times, don't install the cheap ones because you will regret it. It's pretty easy to rename the virtual floppies and thus know exactly what's in each. Same as floppies, box of floppies, but it's all available to run in the encoder. Each of the owner, I guess I just have to sort out the battery now, as it's given up after 30 years. I'm really impressed that you got 30 years life out of the battery, because very few of the synths I've had make 30 years. I have to be honest, but as I said, if you're going to install an emulator, install an LED. So these are ones with actually a display screen that actually displays the name of the folder as opposed to just the numeric number, because the numeric numbers will drive you around the bend. I honestly, I know a couple of people who installed the numeric ones and they can't find anything and they regretted it, and it cost them 50 quid and they could have spent 100 quid and got the OLED version and be sitting pretty by now. So there's a thing for that. Next comment or question comes from Jordan King in response to the death of the Kronos video, a video I did in December 2021. And Jordan writes, I know Korg does not bring out a new workstation. I was really excited to get my Kronos eventually until I heard they were discontinued. I know nothing lasts forever, but my opinion when Korg said that Nautilus wasn't going to be a replacement for Kronos, but rather an option, they lied. I would say, first of all, remain excited that you got one of these, which is a Kronos. It doesn't matter what, you still own one of the most functional workstations that's ever been built. Nautilus, I think, is just a marketing phase. If Korg haven't released what the position of the Nautilus, I think they haven't realised that the position of the Nautilus was just plain wrong. Then something is basically going wrong. The problems with the incompatibility between Kronos and Nautilus, I think that's been a major mistake, and it took them a while to rectify that one when they realised that some of the big artists that they were servicing said, hang on a minute, I can't move my patches. Especially when you look at sort of the competition, the Yamahas, where the junior and senior keyboards allow patch swapping. And of course it's been even further exaggerated by the launch of the Roland Phantom and the Roland Phantom O, which also inherits and shares its architecture and structure from the senior keyboard. So we'll have to wait for Korg to enlighten us what the next workstation will be. I suspect, like many other manufacturers, securing enough components to guarantee a production run may be holding back the announcement. I really do think a number of manufacturers have held back product because they cannot get or guarantee supply of the components to build the products. But in the meantime, what I would say is just enjoy the Kronos that you've purchased. It doesn't get that much better in terms of music production. Well, that's my view anyway.